What's poppin', y'all? They got her red-handed because this girl would expose herself for using a viewbotting service while on stream.
How cool. But, okay, anything else?
Oh, this is Emily. Have you met her?
It's Chris!
Oh.
Was there a reason why you...
So this is Extra Emily, who's been streaming for a very long time. She often just gets hated on for quite no reason, just because I think she's in her late 20s and she does this voice and act that isn't how she is offline. But that's really most of the hate. Now, granted, she is widely beloved by her audience, which is why a bunch of people jump to her defense instantly without her saying a single word and say, nah, that was just a pop-up. And even Your Rage got approached by it, and he defended her too.
Wait, he's out there, right? He's out there. Lovely. Let's see what's up.
What does that mean? Why would I...
Another fellow streamer. You cool a little bit, right?
Well, I mean... yeah, dude, he seems like a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy.
We just go dap him up. See me? He's with Emily and them. You follow Emily?
The viewbotting?
That was...
See, that's how you get clips going, bro.
That was it.
That's how you get a clip going, bro.
That was allegedly. That was an ad. That was a pop-up. Confirmed.
No, it's a joke. I don't know. Yo, are you gonna get a hate right now? Because you didn't punch me?
Yo, I didn't tackle those balls to the ground. Bro, you trolling. And
No, it's
not real.
I don't know about that.
They
It
just
was like a pop-up, right?
alright.
So there, Los Poyos is talking yo, that's your homegirl. What happened to her getting caught with the view bots? He's like, nah, that got disproven. It did not get disproven. Well, kind of. Because what happened first was that this got posted to a subreddit called Livestream Fail. Now, Livestream Fail was the original clipping system where people would post clips of live streams on here, and then if you got a lot of motion there, you actually gained a lot of viewers. Many careers were born here. Now, granted, this is a vastly different from clipping now on short form platforms, because the majority of people that watched live stream fail or scrolled the subreddit were live stream viewers. So they were viewers of live streaming. Therefore, if they found somebody through that subreddit, they would go and watch them. Versus Twitter, TikTok, all this other stuff, these are short form content viewers. Many of them, 99% of them, are not live stream viewers. So it does not convert. If you've got crazy motion on Twitter on your clips, you're not getting a bunch of viewers for that. Just look at Dean the Great as an example. So that's just to put that out there. So what happened is this gets posted on Livestream Fail, deservedly so. It gets boosted up, and then it gets taken down. It gets deleted because one of the moderators said that, oh, this was actually a pop-up. It wasn't real. So a bunch of people were like, okay, I guess it's not real. Well, one of her previous collaborators and now exiled from the streaming community, Miskf, he would do a little bit of investigation on his own and expose it.
Emily, have you met her?
It's Chris!
Oh.
Okay, so this is way crisper. Holy. Okay, so viewbot AI. Oh, it is a black on the top when all these are white. And she's got a message open. You could see the message, right? That's all it says for me, which means she clicked the message at least. She had to have at least clicked the message because it only pops up that it says Discord. Before she even opens the website for the 6-7 website, you could see there's an incognito tab. Right there. You could see that little dash. That shows that there was an incognito tab before she even went on this website. If you're going to bot, why the f would you do it on your main computer? You're just, Emily's just so dumb. If you're going to bot, just get a second computer. Do it on your phone. Why the f are you an incognito on your main computer, man?
So at that moment, he proved that she was botting from her own computer too. As in, she looked it up. This was not a pop-up because it wouldn't have popped up in an incognito tab. And he's right. This is some dumb activity. Especially if you should be paranoid. If you're a streamer as big as her, well, in general, you should be paranoid. This should be on another device. Like Miskf said, it should be on another profile, perhaps, on your computer. You You have a different profile for streaming versus you doing something like this, which is a bannable offense. But Miskf would go even further, and he would have a talk with the website administrator and go back and forth with him, trying to make sure that he had done a full investigation.
Enhance. Now, what do we see? Interesting. Paid with Stripe. Her contact info was Mythic Talent. Oh, Emily, bro. EE is watching this? Why you... Bro.
Tips out, baby.
So you can see right there, it was 1,000 viewers for $100, and it was on April 11th that this happened, which was like a couple of days before this clip came out. Yo, 1,000 viewers for $100? That's a steal. Damn, no wonder everybody's buying. Neon's probably pressing spam on that. So even after this, what Miskf decides to do is go and look up the moderator of the guy that took down the original post on Livestream Fail. And what he discovered was insane.
This is Valentius's extra Emily logs. Oh my God, this is all just from April 16th. Oh my God, this is all just from April 16th. This is all today. What? It's still going. It finally switched. There's no way LSF can't say this guy is completely biased in his deleting of posts. There's no way that you can claim that this is completely okay. This guy is just deleting everything, banning people constantly.
So the Livestream Fail subreddit moderator, who's supposed to be unbiased, had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of messages in Extra Emily's chat, which means that he's constantly watching Extra Emily, and he's a moderator in her chat as well. So does that seem a little bit, I don't know, conflict of interest, a little bit bias? Of course, and this is a major problem that people had with Twitch in the past too, which I'll get into in a little moment, but this was not over because Miskf would go in on this guy, he would expose all of this, which would get enough traction for the LSF moderation team to finally speak out on it too and put out a post. And the name Violent Motion, one of the other moderators, would say, yesterday a post about Extra Emily and a website, viewbot AI, was posted on the subreddit. The original thread was removed by a member of our mod team. They stated, I removed this thread because it looks like the viewbot AI website is a pop-up from the 6-7 speed website that appeared when she opened it to try the challenge. Trying to do due diligence, multiple members of the mod team themselves tried, but could not recreate the pop-up on our own end. Asmongold also tried to recreate the pop-up on his own end, and it did not work. We tried multiple browsers, incognito, mobile, everything, and we could not recreate the pop-up. The same mod that removed the original thread said that they did recreate the pop-up by spamming the start button, and we took their word on it. The guy lied and started to remove threads and comments that kept popping up about the situation. More threads and comments popped up questioning why we would remove these threads and pushed back on the claims that it was a pop-up. We tried to gather more proof, but they said they could not recreate it and suggested the pop-up may have been removed. This is crazy. So she's got a viewbot pop-up, quote unquote. The guy says he was able to recreate it. That's a fan of hers. That's a super fan of hers. I think even a moderator. Thousands of messages in her chat in just the past 2 days, and he's able to recreate it, but none of the mod team is able to recreate it, and none of the people are able to recreate it. But that guy's not lying. Of course not. It just so happens to be like, oh yeah, I guess they removed the pop-up. Come on now. After that, we decided to leave a post up with a more neutral title. Today, it started to become more apparent that this moderator may have lied. Oh, no way. Or fabricated the claim of a pop-up to seemingly protect Extra Emily. Through more digging, we were able to confirm that they are an avid Extra Emily clipper, poster, and a very active member of her community and Discord. Mods are going to have biases and be viewers, but we cannot allow that bias to influence how we moderate or what rules we follow. We still have not been able to recreate the pop-up, and neither have other communities that tried. With all of that being said, we have decided to remove this mod from the team. We promise to be more transparent in our moderation, and if we screw up, we think it's important to be open about it. Thank you to members of the community who reach out to challenge the original claims of a pop-up. Now, this subreddit is full of people like this. especially years ago. It was probably even worse years ago. Like if you even responded to a comment with something that was wrong think, you were permanently banned. You were ban hammered from that subreddit. So it took a streamer coming out here and exposing this live and it getting clipped for them to look into it further, when really you didn't have to look that far. You just tried to recreate it yourself and then say, hey, this is not it. And then at that point, you would just leave the post up. While this is all going on, and before the expose really happened, XQC would question and allude to some guilt potentially from Extra Emily because of her silence on this issue.
Okay, guys, if it's not something legal or whatever, chat, guys, in my opinion, if you ignore something, chat, you're guilty. Sorry, guys, this is. If you address all the gossip in the world and you don't address something that's you have both feet in, I mean, dude, guilty then. I mean, sorry, guys, if it's not some legal thing, and something, and you address, oh, this guy's nose has a booger. Yeah, he has a booger. Is he gonna eat it? I guess I don't know him, so I can't make. But then you don't address your own like viewbot accusation that you had live on your stream. Come on, bro, that's cappuccino.
So XQC's got a good point here. People that are jumping at any other drama or any other accusation that may hit them, and they're silent about this, they probably know that they've been got red-handed, and that seemed to be the case here. And whilst Miskf did completely expose her, he did say that he feels a little bit bad for her.
I feel bad for her. I actually feel bad for her because everyone is doing this all over Twitch. You know who they are. All these streamers are viewbotting like crazy, and they're doing dog content and not trying. Extra Emily, the reason why I feel bad for her is because, I mean, dude, she works her ass off, she tries. I do think she gets a lot of hate for little to no reason. And, you know, she's doing what everyone else is doing. I mean, think about it. The guy who owns the #1 company with content creators said if you're not botting, you're falling behind. And I bet you all that stuff pressured Extra Emily to do this. The reason why I feel bad for her is because she looks like she just created this all on April 11th. It's been 5 days. And she's already getting ousted for viewbotting when everyone has been viewbotting for years, and she just started doing it because it says created on April 11th, 2026. So Extra Emily has viewbotted 2 streams for 1,000 viewers only. Like, it's not like it's like something that's gonna really change the difference here. And that's it. I actually feel bad because it's not even like she was doing a lot of viewer bots, you know? So one thing that said like 4,000, I'd be like, damn, you're viewbotting half your viewership. It's 1,000 viewers. Like, no one would ever notice the difference, and it's not really anything. And she used her own email.
I think he's right. And this is sad. The saddest part is that she got caught, but 1,000 viewers isn't much that she's viewbotting in comparison to how much she has. And what he's talking about is Night Media, the founder, CEO of Night Media, which at one point managed Mr. Beast, also does talent management still for Kai Cenat. That guy made a whole thread on X talking about, listen, it makes perfect sense, and you're all honestly shooting yourself in the foot if you're not viewbotting. And that's just the nature of the game right now. But the fact that she got caught is what ruins it. And this girl is actually a very talented streamer. Like Pokimane and her ilk, they were kind of saying like, oh, it's so hard to be a female streamer. Like the top streamers are guys. And at that point in time, Pokimane, the majority of her content, I don't want to use the word lazy, but she was complacent with how she got into the game and she continued to stream that way. And the guys, they were putting in a lot of effort, innovating. Cutie Cinderella is a girl that was putting in a lot of effort too. So I have to give her credit. But this girl, Extra Emily, works really hard. She puts a lot of effort into her content. I remember she did a stream where she was looking for a needle in a haystack. Brother, listen, I mean, you're probably saying like, man, this is goofy. People actually watch that? Well, just the fact you couldn't pay me to sit there and look for a needle in a haystack. I'd lose my mind doing something so monotonous. I don't even know if I lost the needle. She spent a whole day doing that. And that's just one of the many things she does for content. And I just needed to give her credit for that because I think her, Yana J is another one. The girl streamers right now, they are putting in a lot of effort and they're running laps around the female streamers of the past that were just resting on their laurels. Like Extra Emily and Yana J, just 2 examples, work really hard, are quite diverse in their talents, and they're pushing streaming forward and in a different way for females to be seen. Wendy Ortiz is another one that's working really hard, but that's just like 3 of them. So there's actually genuine competition. I just think that Twitch needs more female viewership for these girls as opposed to just guys, because guys are just going to lean more towards watching other guys instead. But Extra Emily would be banned from Twitch the next day. That would be reported. We don't know how long the ban is for. Could be 36 hours. It could be a week. I don't think it'll be more than a week. This was something that was a permanently bannable offense. If I recall correctly, Rice Gum was permanently banned for viewbotting. But this is one of the issues that I said I was going to tackle earlier, is that think about Twitch. Think about what just happened with that LSF situation, the live stream fail, and that moderator. That's what Twitch was for 8 years with live streamers and bans. So you would have people on Twitch staff that were huge super fans of certain female streamers or others, and they would dole out punishment depending on who they liked or who they didn't like. So if they liked someone, hey, they get a 24-hour ban. If they did, they may not even get banned until it got really big. Like this situation. This situation had to blow out of control, her to get exposed, it being the biggest thing ever for her to even catch a ban. And this was days later. And that's a frustration many people had with Twitch, which was they don't know why they got banned. They don't know why someone does the same thing and gets banned for longer. And that's why I do think Kick was great to come in and introduce themselves as like, hey, look, we're telling you exactly why you got banned, how long you're banned for, and that makes it so much clearer for the streamer to know what they did wrong and to know what not to do in the future. Where YouTube, for instance, you're rarely going to catch a ban, but YouTube gives you a terms of service and you know exactly what you can and cannot do before you even live stream. A similar thing with Twitch, but it's very vague because a lot of people were just confused when they used to get banned from Twitch. So that was another difficult thing that happened, and I think that really harmed the reputation of Twitch to streamers, especially certain people catching permanent bans, and they couldn't get in contact with anybody from the department that bans them. Whereas Kick is a lot more transparent with that, but even at times, they're messaging people in the stream, the support. They're like, hey, look, you got to get this off screen. You can't be doing this or you're going to get banned. You got to change this up. So they're giving a person the opportunity to change things up, to go to a different segment, to black out something before they even get the ban. So they're taking preventative measures, and they're quite fair in how they hand out their bans. And that just gives more trust and stability to the streamers. Whereas on Twitch, for many years at least, and I think, man, this is probably still going on a little bit, it was a toss-up. Whether you were one of the chosen ones or the favorites, or you weren't. And I think some employees even got exposed for that. Like one of them was like a huge Amaranth fan and made sure that she never got banned or something like that. Unless I'm misremembering. But I think it's unfortunate that this girl is now going to have all of her viewership questioned as bots when she has objectively been working very, very hard for years. And just because other people didn't get caught, you can't really throw the label of viewbotter on them. But I am interested in seeing how she responds to this when she comes back. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.